Really, I get along with the Mexican people, okay? All the way from the bottom up to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, frankly, to episode 21 of the Donald J. Trump podcast. The ratings once again through the roof. We've got some tremendous guests for you today. We've got Joe Rogan in the house and a few other people, very bigly people. And once again, like always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and you smash that like button and smash it very strongly. And of course, and Joe knows this, we're sponsored by Wrap Snacks. You can see it right there. Little Boosie's Louisiana Heat. They're selling. The sales are through the roof. Okay, the sales are tremendous, and as usual, so nutritious. It's so healthy. They say it's even. They're doing studies. The doctors, the researchers, and they're saying it might even help diabetes. Okay, so don't forget to go to rapsnacks.com. Promo code Donald J. Trump Podcast for 20% off. And without further ado, we've got a very bigly guest here, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Rogan. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, that's those Wrap Snacks. They have you have to be careful with that shit, man, because they have seed oils. Have you heard about seed oils? Jamie, pull that up real quick. They can stop you from becoming pregnant, so I'd be really careful about that, man.
You know what, my producer, we're gonna cut that out. Okay, we're gonna cut that out. That Joe, we don't look.
Jamie,
okay?
Put that back in real quick.
I don't know what you do on your show, but on my show, we only have the best products. Okay,
Jamie just edited it back in.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna fix that. But Wrap Snacks, folks, whatever Joe just said, that's fake news, and we love our guests. We love our guests.
Jamie,
but that's fake news.
Put that back in the podcast and put it in slow-mo and double it.
There we go.
And put reverb on it.
There we go. We're going to do all that. We call it post, right? We're going to do it in post. But, Joe, we've got a lot of topics to talk about. We've got Paul Pelosi, right? Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Yeah.
A lot of rumors. The body cam footage is out. Let's take a look at that. Can we put that footage up there for the people?
Jamie, can you pull that up for him real quick? Okay. Yeah, he's getting on that.
Beautiful.
What is going on? Hi. Literally sitting there. Come on, man. Hi. Hey guys. How you doing?
How are you?
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right
I'm
now?
not getting an answer on call.
Wow.
Pretty incredible, huh?
He got really clocked, man.
He was allegedly attacked, but there's a lot of people thinking that perhaps these two men knew each other. Perhaps there was some LGBTQ relations, and I'm not sure. Look, we don't know. Right? He claims he's happily married to Nancy, which is sort of interesting if you want to know the truth, because I don't see how anybody could be happily married to that woman, but hence the LGBTQ rumors. But it's not good. And he had a drink in his hand. They say the guy's got a drinking problem. He was recently convicted of a driving while intoxicated, and not good, right? Not good. But I would imagine, look, I've never had a drink in my life, but if I was married to Nancy Pelosi, I'd probably have to check into rehab too.
Yeah, especially if you're gay and your wife has big breasts. Like, Nancy Pelosi's got some swinging milkers, man. And so if you're a gay guy, the bigger the boobs are, that's got to be more of a bummer, right?
You know what? I've never thought about it that way, but Joe, this is why you make the big bucks. This is why you make the big podcast bucks, because I never even thought of it that way. But, I don't really like to think about crazy Nancy's breasts, okay? That's sort of, I'm 76 years old. I've never had trouble getting we call it hard-on, right? Erection. But after you put that image in my head now, I don't know. I'm going to have to maybe call up the Cialis people, because that is not an image that I want to think about, okay?
So you were hard right before I mentioned it, and then it went like zoop.
Well, look, I'm not saying I have an erection, because I'm talking to you, right? If beautiful women are around, and believe me, I'm surrounded by beautiful women at all times. My lovely wife, Melania, who, by the way, totally faithful, never cheated, okay? Then, you got the New York's district attorney's office saying we're investigating her because of payments to Stormy Daniels. Total whore, just like that lady cop. Have you heard about a lady cop down in Tennessee, Megan Hall, right? Maegan, total porn spelling. And you know about porn, right? You know about porn.
Yeah,
You've had a couple porn
porn's
stars on
crazy,
your
man.
little show, your little podcast, right? And I mean, she was having sex with all these officers. And what are your thoughts on that, Joe? Because they fired her. I don't think they should have fired her. Maybe a little time off. But,
Well, that one is crazy, man. I mean, there was like a bunch of dudes, and she was sleeping with them, and it was crazy. And she, it's their job to protect and to serve. That's their fucking job, man. And
Absolutely.
she was just,
law and order.
she was doing a little too much serving and not enough protecting, man.
And I hear she got a community service award. And it turns out
she serviced the community. All right.
she serviced that community, and she serviced that community frankly, like no other in the history of servicing communities.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting that the husband, you heard about this, the husband is he's sticking by her, he's defending her.
Yeah.
And
Very Pelosi-esque.
it's very Pelosi-esque, and it's also interesting because the husband was, she's a cop. She's a real cop with a gun and a badge. The husband is a park ranger, okay? So while she's out there, shooting at the bad guys, the husband is making sure that the bark looks good on the trees and that the squirrels are behaving, and he's sort of a much lower rank, right? This is what happens when you marry a woman who's more badass than you. She ends up going out and, she's attracted to the guys that are badass because that's what women do. And really, my heart goes out to this guy. But also, I mean, would you stay in a situation like that?
No.
If Mrs. Rogan, Joe, what does your wife do for a living?
She just is a mom and is a good wife, and she's super smart, man. But
But if you found
she also
out,
has a
Joe,
podcast
that she was out there sucking off all the other podcasts. So she was out there sucking off, what's his name? Logan Paul. She was out there sucking off Patrick Bet-David. Have you heard of this Patrick Bet-David?
I've heard of Patrick Bet-David, yeah. That's my impression of him.
Joe, that is a great Patrick Bet-David.
So, what do you think Donald Trump? If you had to go into a room with Donald Trump, what would you say to him?
That's my
Joe,
impression.
you're cracking me up.
I've never
What
talked to
would you
that guy,
do?
but he seems really cool.
If you found out that your wife was sucking off Patrick, let's say you come home
What?
from
I'd be
a long
bummed,
day of
man.
podcasting, and you go in and your wife is having an orgy with Patrick Bet-David and the Nelk Boys, who, by the way, I went on their show, tremendous podcast. The ratings were through the roof, not unlike this show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, frankly. But what would you do, Joe? What would you do? How would you react?
If she was around doing sexy stuff with my friends, I'd have to kill Patrick Bet-David. I'd have to kill Jake Paul. I'd have to kill Tony. It's just something that really would get me super mad, man. I'd have to sit in an ice bath for an hour just to get cool.
Absolutely, because you're a real red-blooded American man, okay? You're, you wouldn't stand for that. But these soy boys, I wonder who Megan Hall's husband voted for. If I were to guess, I'd say probably crooked Hillary.
Yeah.
It's sleepy Joe Biden, because no man who would who would be okay with that would vote for Trump, okay?
Yeah.
That I could tell you, and you know that, Joe.
Her husband voted for Sleepy Joe Biden, and he married Sleep Around Ho Blowin'.
That's a good nickname, and I do nicknames. That's what I do, okay?
Yeah.
Nobody does nicknames better than me, but that's so true. Now, let's see. What other news topics are going on? What other news topics? We covered the whore cop. We covered, we've got
I think we're the only ones who didn't cover the whore cop.
Joe, you got me. This is why he gets paid the big bucks with the stand-up comedy, because he's so funny. The guy is so funny, so bigly funny. But look,
That's my hat, man.
we've got a TLC show where you've got a 23-year-old woman, but she's inside the body of an 8-year-old. And so she looks and sounds like an 8-year-old. You could pull up a clip. Pull up a little clip to show the people. Pull up a little YouTube or something, a little thing. Let's pause for a moment. Let's pause for a moment to show the people a clip.
What is it called? What's that?
I think. I mean, we don't even need to react. We could just pause for a little. We could just pause for like a minute, and then my editor guy will just show a little clip.
All right.
And yeah.
All right. Cool. So we'll pretend it showed.
So we'll pretend it showed. Yeah. And so Joe, 23 years old, but she looks and sounds 8. And now you got the boyfriend. And the boyfriend is like, nothing to see here. I'm a regular guy. She's 23. But I'm sorry, Joe. I mean, is he a pedophile? What do you think?
Yeah, legally, I don't know, but I wouldn't hang out with that guy. I think he's creepy. I think if you have a 40-year-old wife and you make her dress up in like a little halter top and put on pigtails, then that's fucking weird. But if she looks 8, that's crazy, man. He's a bad motherfucker, and not in a good way.
Right? Looks 8 and also sounds 8. But there's some people saying out there, I'm looking at Truth Social, and there's some people saying that perhaps he's actually 8 in the body of a 26-year-old. So,
he's got like a Tom Hanks
which
big
in turn
thing.
would actually make her the pedophile.
Wow.
Because she's 23 and would technically be dating an 8-year-old. So,
well, that's a good point. It's like, is it okay that he's in a relationship with her? And immediately I would say, no, that's wild, man. But if she was to date an 8-year-old just because they look the same, that would be super wrong. So
it would be very not good. Very not good. But one thing is, I mean, this guy's has to have a few screws loose. Because you got to think, they can't go out in public. They start making out in public. Everyone's going to start dialing 911. I'm looking at a man making out with a child.
yeah,
I mean, it's gotta be a rough life for these two. It's gotta be a rough life.
that's true, man.
But I think TLC, they're very predatory. They're always, they're looking. It's sort of like the Jerry Springer for like housewives.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting arrested for, everybody's it's always like, who wants to marry a midget? I mean, I don't want to marry a midget. I mean, nothing against marrying midgets. Or what do they call them? Little people now? We have to be politically correct. But, look, I mean, it's just words, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes on this show, I happen to call our president, Sleepy Joe Biden, I call him a retard. I call him retarded. Because if you look at the guy, he acts like a retard, okay?
Yeah,
Or mentally
this,
challenged. You could say Down syndrome. I mean, what do you think?
this guy is going back to the guy with the 20-year-old, 8-year-old. She's physically retarded, like, by definition. Retarded means stunting or something that is held back while other things are supposed to move forward, like her height and her aging. So she's a retarded chick, man. And some people would be like, wow, what a hero, but she's too tiny.
She's too
weird.
tiny, and I want to know what's the lifespan on this, because I saw the Benjamin Button movie, and I mean, I don't think she has that much longer to live. So not only is he a pedophile, but I think he's just begging her and then like looking at his watch like, all right, she's got 3 years left, and then I'm going to move on to another 23-year-old, 8-year-old,
Yeah. He's a Benjamin Slutton.
He's a Benjamin Slutton.
And
Very
he's
sus, right?
a Benjamin Glutton too. Have you seen this guy eat? It's crazy.
I haven't seen him eat, but I would suspect if his eating habits are anything like his dating habits, it's not good.
He's probably eating kids' meals. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Eating
But Joe,
Lunchables and just mini popcorn chicken nuggets and fun-sized candy bars.
he's definitely not eating Little Boosie's Louisiana Heat wrap snacks.
No,
because if he
because-
was, he wouldn't be dating an 8-year-old who happens to be 23.
But honestly, he should feed those to her so she doesn't get pregnant. because you can't have a baby if you're that small, man. And those seed oils are going to prevent any sort of pregnancy or fertility. Jamie, there's studies on that. Pull that up real quick.
Absolutely. But Joe, look, it was great having you on. I'd love to have you back. And thank you so much for coming on, Joe. Believe me.
Joe Rogan podcast all day. Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
That's right. Thank you, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next guest. He's a fan favorite. Everybody loves him. You see in the comments, bring back Mexican Trump. We love Mexican Trump. Not as much as American Trump, but we're great fans of Mexican Trump. Mexican Trump, thank you for coming on. How are you doing, Mexican Trump?
I'm doing great because let me tell you something. They say it's gonna be hard, right, to come on the show and be even better than American Trump, okay? But
Now,
I'm
look,
gonna tell you,
let's not go that far.
it's a peso cake.
Look, we agreed not to argue. We agreed, right, in the phone call we had before that we
Oh.
agreed not to argue about
No
who's better.
argue, no.
No, look, we're
You
not
piece
going to
of
go there.
shit.
Look, excuse me, Mexican Trump. Did you get my shipment of wrap snacks in the mail? Did you get it?
I
get
don't
it?
like it.
You don't like wrap snacks. And what the hell do you eat down there, Mexican Trump? What are you eating that's better than American-made wrap snacks, Mr. Mexican Trump?
Excuse me. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Spicy fruits. Delicious. Delicioso, okay? Have you
What?
tried the spicy fruits?
Spicy fruits? What the hell are you talking? Are you talking about jalapenos?
No, you took it. No, not talking about a jalapenos, crazy boy, okay? Talking about you take a mango or you take a perfectly good lime and you put a little spices on top, okay? And very spicy, very sweet, okay? Frankly, you never seen a sweet something spicy like this, okay? Mijo?
Mexican Trump, in America, we have fruits that are sweet,
Yes.
and then we have spicy, like Louisiana heat. And we don't put them together, but that's very interesting, okay? Perhaps when I'm down there doing diplomacy,
Diplo.
maybe we could, maybe I could try one, okay? I'm not going to hate because I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater and loser like the radical Democrats, but, you know, I got to get your thoughts on this. Last week, we were highlighting how Alec Baldwin, who was charged with, I think it's double homicide, like O.J. Simpson, he was running
Sure.
away. The news helicopters were following. He was fleeing the law in his white Ford Bronco, and we think he was going to Mexico. I mean, we have to look. I think he got caught. I think the cops got him. But what would you have done with Mr. Baldwin if he had gotten to Mexico? Is there an extradition law? I think you would have returned him, right? No?
Let's say I'm a bad guy, okay? I'm a very good guy, very fair, and I do everything by the law, okay? Because we like the law. Law is great, right? We love the law. But hypothetically, if Mexican Trump wanted to see the movie Rust, maybe he would bring Alec in, okay? Maybe he would keep secret, okay? And
Are you saying that you would have accepted a role in Rust in order to let him get away? Because they're still
Pardon
doing
me.
production.
Pardon me, which is excuse me in Spanish, okay? I'm not saying I would do what he would become here, español, españosa, pacarizo, porque, cuarta, cueño.
You know, you're so corrupt. You are so corrupt down there. Okay.
No.
This is why we need the wall. Okay, really.
Oh, really? Okay, wow. I don't like spicy fruit. I want Mr. Baldwin to go away a long time. Have you seen, excuse me, his beautiful movies? Okay.
I mean, I did like Beetlejuice. I like Beetlejuice.
He was in the Beetle. And you know what?
Mexican Trump. What the hell are you talking about? You come here, you're berating, and you know who else doesn't like spicy fruit?
Excuse me.
Our audience. Comment below if you like spicy fruit, because you know what? I don't think anybody likes spicy fruit. Okay, not even your Mexican people. You're
Oh,
really
they
in
love
the
a
minority here
spicy
with the
fruit.
spicy fruit. If you want to know the truth.
Ay, chichi. They say when they eat it because it's so spicy, but you say, oh, he was in a Ford Bronco like O.J. Simpson. And people say, The juice is loose. Well, when Alec Baldwin come here, not hypothetically, I did take him in, the Beetlejuice is loose. That's what I say.
Well, I will say I do enjoy OJ's Twitter, okay? I don't enjoy the double homicide he did, right? He chopped his wife and her, her lover up. They call it friend, but really it was lover, if you want to know the truth, okay?
Yeah, well, wait till you see Alec Baldwin on Twitter. Except he's not going to use Twitter. He's going to use my platform,
I'm
El Trutho. My platform.
I'm planning to come back to Twitter, which, by the way, Truth Social is doing tremendous, okay? Truth Social is really the number one business, frankly, in the world.
Really?
We're doing better than Apple, better than Google, better than ExxonMobil, better than cocaine, and nothing sells more than cocaine. You would know that coming from Mexico. But
excuse me. You are correct, but go ahead.
Yeah, Truth Social is doing better than cocaine. But having said that, even though Truth is doing better than coke,
my Truth Social doing better. El Trutho Social.
Ooh, El Trutho Social.
El Trutho Social.
I'll follow you. I'll follow you on Truth. But
you can't. We built a firewall.
But a firewall, very funny.
It's a fuego wall. Okay.
A fuego wall. You know what? I don't want your Mexican viruses anyway. But are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter, Mexican Trump?
If Twitter was a fruit, I would put spice sauce all over that sucker.
This guy with the spicy. See, can we get off the spicy sauce?
No.
Unbelievable. And they just let me back on Facebook and Instagram. And, I'm going to be running. I'm running again. And we're going to come back. And, I know you'd work a lot better with me, as you are the Mexican version of me, than with Sleepy Joe. I mean, what is it like working with Sleepy Joe Biden and that horrible Kamala Harris, who claims she's black? She's really not black.
I got to tell you.
She's barely tan, if you want to know the truth.
To be fair, Kamala Harris for Mexico, still a little too black for me, okay? We have a problem with it. No, it's true. Have you seen South Central? Because they're doing a war between my people, the Mexicanos, and the black. We call them the black.
I think they call it chulo, right? Chulo? Did they call it chulo?
They call it something, but I don't want to even. You put the spice. Okay, but when it comes to Sleepy Joe Biden, I don't have a problem because everybody here is very sleepy. We take siesta during the day, we eat a lot of spicy fruit, we get very tired, we get the sugar rush, gotta take a nap, okay? So Sleepy Joe, actually, pretty cool, okay? We like it.
Such a disgrace. You people need more strength and stand. I always thought the Mexican people were very spirited, right? In the subway stations, they play the maracas. They're doing the dances, lots of dances.
Yeah,
and they're always. But you are right there. You guys spend a lot of time up at night because you're always blasting music on the stoop, right? People tell me. I mean, I never know because I lived high up in a penthouse in New York City, high above the city, where the top 1% of winners live. But a lot of people I know who live down below, right? Down below, we call them mortals or plebeians, if you will. They say we can't sleep because of the bachata and the mariachi bands till 6 a.m. and you're playing the music and drinking the Corona beers and lots of things.
Yes. And it's because, let me tell you something. You would party all night too if the only music you listen to sound like circus music, okay? Pam 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 ping 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 pam pam ping 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 pam pam ping ping ping. Spicy.
I kinda like it.
It's
like
spicy.
the new YMCA.
Yes.
YMCA. I also have been getting into that Mariah Carey's Hero.
I've been getting into Jim Carrey's The Mask. So what a coincidence.
You know what? That is a fantastic movie. When a hero lies in you. And a lot of people see me as a hero, and so I could relate to that Mariah Carey song, frankly. Are you into any Mariah? Are you into any U.S. pop stars?
I don't like the Mariah Carey. Let me tell you why. Because all over the place, when I went to America, it was in December, right?
Yeah.
Around Christmas. Okay. Navidad. Have you heard of the Navidad?
Oh, you mean December. You say
December.
December. Christmas time.
Yeah, December. All around the place, I heard this song kept playing, okay, over and over. like some sort of torture, okay? And it was a Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. What is a you? Get out of here. I don't like it.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of liked that song when it first came out, but then it was just so overplayed, right? We call it played out. It got played out.
I'll tell you who like a Mariah Carey.
Who's that?
The Fruits. Okay, you know what we do with fruits here, okay? We put a little
Are you
spice.
talking about the
We put a little spicy.
LGBTQ people?
Or we make a real spice. Like a fire. We
Like
put the
Ricky Martin? LGBTQ Ricky Martin?
We set him on a boat. We blew it up. And we don't like the ABCDGs over here, okay? We don't like the black people. We don't like the ABCDQ. And you want to, and you let me know what. We want you to like all the people so that way we can come over the wall and hang out with you. Because you're so accepting, right? You like everybody.
I like everybody, and I win all the votes.
Well,
We
then how
win
about I
the
come over?
African American, the LGBTQ, these people. We know that because we saved them from the ISIS. They were throwing them off of the buildings, and we stopped ISIS, and now all the gays. Anytime I meet a gay person, whether it's Ricky Martin or Elton John, they say, Sir Elton John said, Mr. Trump, I voted for you because ISIS wanted to cut my head off. And then you won, and they went away, and my head is still attached, okay? And,
Unfortunately. I don't like Elliot Juan or whatever.
Elliot Juan.
Elliot Juan. Get out
Sir
of here.
Elton John.
Bye-bye. Elliot Juan.
Now, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Have you heard about the 8-year-old who's 23 who's dating an older man, and a lot of people are saying that guy might be a child molesting, sex offender, pedophile? What do you think of that?
What's the matter with that? I mean, he only has to wait 4 more years and she's perfectly legal. I don't understand. Okay?
Are you saying that 12 years, is that the legal age of consent in Mexico? Is it 12?
That's true. You can Google. Jamie, pull it up. Come on. But no, for real. I mean, you look at this guy. All you have to do, keep a secret. Why he gonna post it on YouTube Shorts? Because, well, she's short.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that
Yeah.
you're saying the problem isn't that it's happening. The problem is that they're broadcasting it on television, and he should just keep it a secret.
Keep it a secreta because otherwise people are going to find out. Of course, it's a very shames. Okay? It's a very shames. But
Mexican Trump, Mexican
as
Trump.
long as he's not negrito or gayito, what's the problem here? Okay?
Mexican Trump. Hang on. Let me get my magic 8-ball.
Go ahead and get your rap snack.
Mexican Trump. Let's see. Mexican
That
Trump.
looks like a guava.
Am I going to win the 2024 election? What do you think it says?
I don't know, but when you shake, your maraca doesn't make any sound. It's broken.
It's Mexican Trump. This is not a maraca. It's a magic 8-ball.
Everything is a maraca
talking
if you...
about the cocaine. Okay, I'm not talking about cocaine 8-ball. I'm talking about
Okay.
magic 8-ball.
Oh, I show you a magic 8-ball. Yeah, like you said, the cocaine.
It says you will win very bigly in 2024. Can you believe it? Look at that.
No, I don't believe it because that wouldn't fit on a little triangle.
Oh, no, there it is. Look, you can see it.
I
You will win
cannot.
very big. It's a little blurry. It's a little blurry.
You're probably editing because... And by the way, that's not how that works. You have to hold it upside down so the water bring it to the top. I know, stupid. Okay?
I mean, a second ago, you didn't know what it was. You thought it was a maraca.
Well, everything could be a maraca if you put a couple of beads inside it.
You know what? There's the ingenuity that I love.
That's true. You can make a human maraca. Okay? Put some beads. Dance like this.
And eat it and enjoy it with some rice and beans, right?
No,
Rice
you
and
don't
beans.
eat a maraca. What's the matter with you?
No, I'm saying you're eating the rice and beans while enjoying the wonderful Mexican music.
No, if you eat the rice and beans, it's going to make the beans not move around, and you're not going to make any noise. And the only noise you're going to make is a like that.
Look,
Hey.
Mexican Trump,
¿Qué?
you know what you're talking about.
Oh,
But
yo,
look,
I
any
know.
final thoughts before we part ways once again?
El totos finales. ¿Cómo se dice? No.
No final words? Okay.
I said them all, okay?
On that point, Mexican Trump, thank you so strongly for coming on. We're going to send you rap snacks. We're going to make you
No.
like rap snacks, okay?
No,
Believe
no.
me.
No.
All right, fine. In honor of diplomacy, we're going to send you some spicy fruit, and maybe you could talk these spicy fruit people into becoming a sponsor on this show.
We could give you all the spicy fruit in the world, okay?
Are you going to give me a better deal
As long as you
than
let
the
my
Rap Snacks
if
people?
you let my people come over the wall and pick the fruit and put spice on it, then we have what we call a deal, okay?
Mexican Trump, you just got
Okay.
yourself a deal with the greatest deal maker of all time. You know, I wrote The Art of the Deal.
Of course, fantastico.
Absolutely. And you wrote, right, what was it called? The Arto of the El Deal?
Arto de el deal.
Ah,
Le.
we love it. We love it so strongly. And where can we find that book?
I like book.com. It's a really important website for the Mexican American people. Okay, we love book. We just look at the pictures, okay?
Very good. We El Loco at the El Pictures. Mexican Trump, thank you so strongly for coming on.
Mucho gracias para having me, okay?
Well, look, folks, I want to thank you all for watching very bigly, and I want to thank, of course, Joe Rogan for coming on the show, and he's been asking a lot, and I said, okay, when we have time, I'll have you back on, so I want to thank Joe. And, of course, Mexican Trump, he's a fan favorite, the people love him, and we argue a little bit, but it's all out of love. It's all out of love. Mexican Trump and I have a tremendous respect for each other, frankly. And really, you know, I get along with the Mexican people, okay? All the way from the bottom up to the top. That I can tell you. So, look, thank you for watching episode 21. And don't forget to pick up some delicious wrap snacks and click like and hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you can be notified when we're back. And believe me, we're coming back, okay? That I can tell you. 2024, unbelievable.